Oh well, good morning. This is day 2. Day 2 or 3. Okay. Anyway, 180 people. Wow. I didn't think that would be the number which would be viewing my YouTube page or channel in such a short time. And impressed. Thank you for taking the time to watch these. Where do we start today? Well, the easiest thing to start off with is I'm Gabby. In case you didn't know, I used to be called Gary. I've worked many occupations and jobs that I've got over the years. I'm a bisexual person. I've never kissed a man. Guarantee you on that one. It's weird, isn't it? So yeah. Where can we go from there? Jobs. Well, I've done just about everything you could think of. Yeah. I've worked in the hospitality industry, bars, restaurants, nightclubs, corporate functions, private functions, on the ground, in the air, for about 25 years. So that's given me a pretty broad spectrum of life. What else can I say? Going into all of this, it's hard sometimes to bring all these things up and remember them. I am writing a book which eventually will get finished one day. I'm trying. You would notice the voice is a little bit higher today, not so deep. That's part of the practice, getting used to it. Trying to get rid of that deep tone I have in my voice. Boy, I hate that. What's some of the nitty-gritties we can get into, which maybe other people haven't covered? Violence upon yourself, or people projecting their violence upon you. It's going to happen. There's not much you can do about it. I mean, you can't control people's points of view, opinions. They're going to express them somehow. They are going to be hurtful sometimes. There probably will be an occasion in your life where you'll have to protect yourself. Myself, I've had a couple. I've been very fortunate, and I say fortunate because of that old person who I used to be. Some people don't start doing this until late in life, and some girls do it a lot earlier, so they don't have all the baggage. I mean, that would probably be the biggest thing to say, is baggage, because that's what it is. The longer you take to implement your transition and to become who you are, the more baggage you have, and it is baggage. I mean, you just can't pack it away and get rid of it. It's not that easy. So I had a lot of baggage. I had 47 years of living that male identity. And he went everywhere and did everything and knew everybody. Whether it be rich, poor, homeless, live in mansions, movie stars, crack addicts, policemen, murderers, you name it. And I've associated with everybody over the years. So, I had a lot of baggage. And that comes with some risks. It also comes with some joy. I mean, you'd be surprised. The variable opinions, you can't assume that because of someone else's background or ethnicity, that's a word you want to use, that they're going to hold a certain opinion. I've been surprised in many respects. I mean, where I would thought I would cop the problems, and you see a bit of cleavage today. There is boobs there, I told you. like my friends, some of the bikies and that I know, I expected to get the worst response from, but there seems to be one shocking me. It's weird. Maybe it's because of their acceptance in life, their broader personalities. Yeah, in some ways they can be a little bit wiser than some people, and you might not like that opinion, but hey, that's mine, and mine's been through life, so I value my opinion. But yeah, so you will at a point where you're going to have to protect yourself. Believe me, it does happen. So all I can say is then have faith in your abilities. Just because you're a transgender person, you're not weak. Don't let anyone tell you or think that you can't look after yourself, you can't protect yourself, because you can, and you might just shock a few people. Believe me, you do shock them. They don't expect it. Do you get a fair go from people in authority? In many cases you do, in some you don't. I mean, for example, I had a few police officers who getting to know Gabriella. You might have known the name Gary, but now they get to know Gabriella, and realise that I'm not a sweet, placid little girl. I'm a very proud transgender person who will, how would you say, wreak hell on those who hell on her. And my personality, I can do that quite well if I need to. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I can look after myself. You've got to do these things, transgender, transition, with medical help, and help from friends if you can. I mean, it does help. It does make it a little bit easier. So let's cover the points of doctors. In my case, I've used my family doctor, who I've used for close to 30 years, or maybe a little bit more. So he knew me. He's known everything about me. I've never lied to my doctor. I've never lied about my lovers. Things which happened in my life. So he was fully aware, and he's been very supportive in me, in my choice. And the phone goes.
Answer the phone!
And this is my friend Kelly. Kelly, say good morning to everybody on YouTube.
Hello?
Say hello, YouTube.
Say hello, YouTube.
Yeah, say hello.
Hi to YouTube.
So I'm going to ask Kelly to wait a few minutes, and I'm going to finish this real quickly. Going to the point of doctors, as I said, family doctor's great. When it comes...
Back when you finish up.
Done, good.
I've got 20 minutes.
Come to the point of psychiatrists and enologists and people like that, you really need in your transition to get the best out of it, to make sure you stay healthy, and eventually get that letter so you can get your RSI or GRS, which is gender reassignment, sexual reassignment, whatever you want to call it, depends on what part of the world you live in. In my case, I originally used a doctor named Dr. Helen Tingay over 20 years ago, and she was very, very good. There wasn't many doctors, psychiatrists, which were delved in that field, and she was one of two, but she was thoroughly recommended by girlfriends at the time who were doing transgender. But this time I decided she'd gone, she'd retired, so I had to use the other guy, which I knew about. And I had a fairly good opinion of him at the beginning, but that subsequently has been reevaluated in a dramatic way as events I will tell you now, I'll show you and tell you. So I was using a guy named Dr. Lyons, bald-headed, gay man, glasses, sits in an arrogant way with his notepad, doesn't ask too many questions, and expects you to give everything. Well, to ask me to give everything is to be asked to be overwhelmed, and that's exactly what I did for this person. I gave him everything I could give him honestly and truthful, and you know, the guy still couldn't get it around his head. For being a man to have all these letters after his name and all this experience, he just, you know, one word, disgusting. It's the easiest way. Why do I have that opinion of the person? Well, make appointments. Either you do it or you've got to keep to them. So I started keeping diaries, and you get phone calls changing appointments, so you write down that date so you don't forget, because if you're doing transition, these are probably the most important things you have in your mind, is to get these doctors done, finished, gone, so you don't have to spend the money, because it's huge dollars you spend. It's not cheap. No one helps you in that respect. So he makes an appointment and rings me up 2 days before and says, you know, you didn't keep. I said, no, I didn't keep that appointment because the appointment your staff made is X date, X time. Not good enough. You owe me $140. Well, I'm sorry to tell me that you're not going to do something, and you won't do nothing unless I pay money. Well, to me that's blackmail. That's morally wrong. So goodbye, Dr. Lyons, because you know, money should be your second priority to a person's health or well-being or their wishes. That should be a priority. But yeah, so I kissed the man off. Not going to waste my time with people like that. But then we get the shock of, and in this case I'm lucky, it was my own doctor for 30 years, so he knew me very well, extremely well. He got a letter from this guy, this Dr. Lyons, and in this letter it's it's amusing. It's the only way to put it. I mean, to think that a man with the credibilities this guy is meant to have, that he would be selective in what he perceives, incorrect in the information he states, inaccurate in all the facts. You know, that's just over the top. It really blew me out. I just pierced myself so bad. I was angry, but I mean, I pierced myself laughing. He says I haven't got a gender disorder. Well, I'm sorry, doctor, you definitely are wrong there. Why would, you know, hundreds of people who know me over the years say they could always see this, but they just couldn't put a name to it, or couldn't put the title to it. But yeah, they all seen it. To get my brothers and sisters' telephone dates of birth or ages incorrect, I mean, that's, wow. To say you couldn't see any femininity in any of my photographs you've seen, he's seen more than you have, is incorrect. What's another thing which is incorrect? To say that, and defame me in the sense of saying that I turned up in your appointments with frizzed out hair. Well, hey, this is natural hair. It's not frizzed out. It's only a different colour. To say I turned up at appointments in dirty, ragged clothing. Since when is new casual clothing from, you know, Target, old and ragged and stained? Wake up. You know, there's a few other facts which is just like, you know, you can't understand why a person would go to that extent, be so vindictive and malice in his opinion, and to have an opinion of that category to that extent. I think you would need more than just a few appointments. I mean, he's made all these assumptions and incorrect information, bad facts, in about 4 appointments. Well, I'm not a 4 appointment person, though, and if you're watching this, you're a pathetic person. I'm sorry to say, and I've met millions of people, and you're down the bottom of the category. You really should retire. You're either out of date, or your mind's thinking, or you think that every person, because they want to be transgender, should be a gay man, and shouldn't do it because that's just the opinion you're putting across to the community. And I mean community. This is not just a one person's point of view. I'm just probably the one that's still got the balls, which has got the guts to say it to you. And you'll probably read this, or it'll probably pass on to you. You know, it's been interesting. You start learning more and more about transgenderism, about other people. Seems like the percentage in Australia at the present time is around about 70%, roughly, don't get their gender reassignment surgery or sex change. That raises questions. Why? Why? Why would 70%? That's an extremely high number if this goal or wishes what you want to be is to be transgender. So you start wondering why, and then you start listening to everybody. When you start getting into the networks where everyone else is transgender, and you start hearing that some have been waiting years. I mean, the legal requirement to have a sex change in Australia is to at least live a woman's life totally in 1 year, to be on hormone therapy for over a year, to have some type of psychological evaluation to see that you're mentally capable and fully aware of what you're doing, and it is not going to be detrimental to your health or to your well-being, basically. And to have a family doctor as well, or another doctor, which agrees with the same verdict. No, it doesn't seem too hard to get, does it? Yeah, well, you want to tell these doctors who are making tens of thousands of dollars a year that, you know, what are you doing, guys? Why are you holding all these girls up? What's your purpose? What's your reason? If you can allow them to be on hormones, you can give them hormones, you can visit them, you can take their money off them for years and years and years. And I mean, I've heard cases of up to 5 to 6 years. I mean, you're not doing your job. Simple as that. You can't be doing your job. You must be doing it for a mindful gain. It's the only thing it can be. Because your job's there to help people make sure they're going to be happy. And if they're struggling and dying to do their sex change, have the sex change, you're creating that drama, you're creating that stress, you're creating that anxiety within their lives. In my case, I can do with other doctors, or I can do with the doctors. It won't matter. I'm such that type of person that I will just go over the top of you, as they say. You'll be standing still and I'll be still going through you. I don't let things stop me. So yeah. So I'm out to find a new psychiatrist because I'm crazy. I need help. No, it's only to get the bloody letter so I can get the sex change. So anyway, I think I've covered a few points today. Hope you've enjoyed these. I'm trying not to make them too long because they can get boring. But I wanted to cover that fact about doctors and self-protection. Yeah, if you can't protect yourself, go learn a martial art or self-defense. You do need it. You will need it. I don't think I've found a girl yet. Oh well, sorry. I found extremely very few which have not had some type of conflict where they may have need to protect themselves in some way. So, yeah, so learn a bit of self-protection, self-defense, it won't go astray. And it'll also help you get fit and give you a good-looking body. So, it does help. It helps get rid of a lot of weight. Workouts. It refines old skills. Improves technique, ability, and impact. Yeah. So anyway, let's go. Let's leave you alone today. As you can see, we're getting Gabriella in a raw state. No makeup, nothing. I've got housework to do, because that's what I do. So after housework's done, I'll put a bit of face on, and you never know, I might give you another rundown. I might give you another little chat about something. I'll figure something good. It's pretty hard to find good points to talk about. life, it can be exciting and boring. So, ciao for now. Be good, be happy, be proud of who you are. Don't let anyone tell you they can't. You can't do it. You can. And I guarantee you, if you want it, you can do it. You only have to ask the rest of the girls who use YouTube and Facebook, you know, the other transgender people. And they'll tell you, love yourself, be proud of who you are, and you will succeed. And be patient. I mean, nothing happens overnight, except a beautiful smile when you had a good sleep. Ciao for now. I love you all. Number 6 is going to be a good one, I promise you. I've been putting a lot of thought into that one. Ciao.